Hello, friends. The story that I'm going to talk of today is about a tribal boy. This is a real life story. This is such an inspirational story that whenever I listen to it, I have goosebumps. So, once there was a boy named Rajinder who lived in Samoda village in a small place in Maharashtra. So, before the boy was born, his father passed away. And after Rajendra's birth, the family had his mother, Rajendra, and his brother now. There was no male member in the entire family. And being in a tribal area, in such a remote area, this actually was a curse, was actually a problem. The family was very, very poor. They had no land, no property whatsoever. They used to stay in a small hut which was actually made of sugarcane leaves. Of course, when the family was so strong, they had no money to even get a photograph clicked. So Rajinder actually does not know how his father looked like. His mother had a very strong will. So after his father passed away, she started thinking how would he feed his, two children? How would he make their upbringing? So she started making liquor from flowers and selling it. So daily, men would come to their hut, they would drink that liquor, and through that, the family could have their livelihood. Rajinder and his brother, while they grew up slightly, they would run around to the nearby shop to get peanut and other things what their customer wanted. The mother had a strong desire that both his children should go to school. And this was despite the fact that no one in that tribe or village had actually gone to a school. So all the villagers used to think that it is not essential to have their children go for an education. Both of them were actually the first children in their village to go to a school. So once it happened that Rajendra had his exam, so he was studying, one of the customers asked him to go and fetch some peanuts from a nearby shop, and he refused. The customer started laughing and actually ridiculed, him, that he's not going to become a doctor or an engineer after studying. His mother immediately intervened and she said he definitely would. And that was a time, Rajinder says, that he felt determined and had a lot of confidence and courage to pursue his studies. Later on, he got admission into a CBSE school, which was about 150 kilometers from his house. His mother, despite all the circumstances, made sure that his son actually went to the school, went there, made him comfortable so that he can stay there. It was actually very difficult for the little Rajinder to stay away from his house all alone. But then he took it as an opportunity which he never wanted to miss. So he really worked hard towards his study at that point of time. And that is how he scored 97% in his 12th exam. After scoring such a good marks, he got admission into GS Medical College in Mumbai because of the merit that he had and even received scholarship. The scholarship included the education fee as well as the hostel fee. His mother, however, kept sending him some little amount, whatever she could afford on a monthly basis, which actually covered for his sundry expenses. While Rajinder reached Bombay, he realized and he saw that there was a total different as far as livelihood is concerned, what they had in their village and what people have in that place. However, he did not get disillusioned. He did not crib about his circumstances, but he started looking forward how he can change those circumstances and reach to a level how other people were there. He started working hard toward his MBBS studies. And while he was in the final year and going through internship, he thought of actually trying and attempting UPSC exams. His mother had no idea whatsoever. So she always had a thought that his son is actually studying to become a doctor. Rajinder, however, during his internship, worked very hard for both the exams, the MBBS exams and the UPSC exams. And while he got his certification for MBBS, he also had another thing in hand, which was clearing the UPSC exams. When he reached back home, lot of other people came back to congratulate. Some politicians, some local government officials, even the district collector of that area congratulated him. His mother did not understand anything. He could only understand this fact that his son has done something which is actually proud. She did not know what UPSC was, she did not know what IAS was, she had not even met a Tasildar. Even the entire village actually did not know much about all this. But they all could understand this. There's something that this son has done, the village son has done, and they started celebrating towards it. Today, Mr. Rajendra is posted as a district collector in one of the cities. He was once asked, how did he do it? His circumstances, all of us can look at, were not at all favorable. But how did he do it? And he said, while he was a child, it was barely difficult to even have 2 square meals a day. The toys that they used to play were actually mango seeds, the sticks on the branches of the trees. They used to swim in rivers. They used to climb hills. And that is one thing which made him very mentally and physically strong. While he used to be in the village, he never felt that he was poor because almost everybody had same kind of circumstances in the village. But after he reached Mumbai, he could see the startling difference. But he did not let that make into a negativity, a feeling of low self-esteem, that he did not have something which all others had. He took it positively and wanted to make it a focused approach so that he reached the position where others were. Today, of course, there are a lot of other tribal boys who look up to him and also want to study hard so that they also change the position of their families. Friends, there are many takeaways all of us can have from this story. Some of them that I have, I am definitely wanting to share it, with all of you. The first important factor that I can see from the story is dream big and don't let it get affected by what others do and say. That his mother dreamt that his son should go to a school when nobody else was doing that, at least in that village. Many villagers also came and talked about nothing is going to happen if studies are there. Still, she believed in her thought. So it is very important. If you think about something and you think it is the right thing to do, go for it in a full-fledged manner without looking at what others are doing or what others are saying. Second important area that I think is an important takeaway is don't get deterred by your circumstances. That his mother dreamt that his son should go to a school when nobody else was doing that, at least in that village. Many villagers also came and talked about nothing is going to happen if studies are there. Still, she believed in her thought. So it is very important. If you think about something and you think it is the right thing to do, go for it in a full-fledged manner without looking at what others are doing or what others are saying. Second important area that I think is an important takeaway is don't get deterred by your circumstances. The mother and son, both at different circumstances. In the sense, the mother, after his husband died, worked towards fending for his family. And the son, looking at the circumstances, worked toward changing those circumstances. Many a times in our life, we get deterred by our circumstances. We say, because it is destiny, because it is our luck, because it is like this, hence we are in trouble. Hence we cannot do better. Hence we do not have equal opportunities. But they defied this logic that even if circumstances are difficult, if you have faith, passion, rigor, hard work, you can definitely change those circumstances. Third important takeaway that I have is work with trust that things are going to work out. Future is always uncertain. Neither did Rajendra or his mother know that after studying he's going to become an MBBS doctor as well as an IAS officer. But they worked patiently towards it for so many years. Many times in our lives, we get deterred by the fact that results are not coming in, that we are not very sure whether things are going to happen. We do not believe ourselves whether we are going to make it there or not. I think it is very important here that you should trust yourself that you're going to make it. Things are going to work out. in case you keep up putting in your hard work, working on the dreams that you are in. Friends, that's all for now today. I'll come back again next week with another inspirational story. If you like this story, do subscribe to my channel, like, share the entire video. Bye bye for now. See you next Sunday once again.